As the rap world war comes to an end and Drake waves his white flag in the air as Not Like Us plays in the background, I can't help but to think about what ultimately helped Kendrick defeat Drake. It could have been playing this beef strategically and having records ready to drop as soon as Drake responded, or using the alleged fake OVO mold to give him information to use in his tracks. Or perhaps it was dropping Not Like Us, a catchy diss track sure to be one of the 2024 summer anthems, which broke the all-time record for biggest single-day streams of a hip-hop song in US Spotify history, passing Drake and Lil Baby's Girls Want Girls. Maybe Kendrick defeated Drake by simply beating him at his own game. Let's get into it. But first, hey, hi, Wazan with it, I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. 9 diss records, 2 rappers, and a month and a half of back and forth between Kendrick and Drake will be one of the most remembered rap beefs of our generation. Plus, we had social media to document the commentary. I love the internet. Now, I gotta say, I thought we had at least one more week left of back and forth tracks between Drake and Kendrick. Once Drake dropped Family Matters, which in my opinion was one of the strongest diss tracks out of all of the ones that he released, both lyrically, content, and subject matter wise, flow, and visuals. I'm a rap fan that's big on visuals. Sadly, it just didn't get a chance to breathe because Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams, which, tell me I'm not the only one that ain't trying to hear that dark ass shit ever again. By this time, I assumed that the momentum of the beef was going to keep going up with more diss tracks coming back to back. No pun intended. But by then, it was crystal clear that Drake was officially breaking a sweat. It felt like he had nothing in the vault prepared to drop after Meet the Grams. He impulsively went on Instagram to defend himself, which made him look guiltier. And a day later, Kendrick put the final nail in the boy's coffin when he dropped Not Like Us, which felt like not only a diss for Drake, but an aha moment for rap fans and Drake fans who assume that Kendrick Lamar is incapable of dropping hot tracks. And I want to focus on that a little bit. What I feel like is Kendrick's slight insecurity with feeling as though he doesn't make lively turn-up records that get the people moving. Because it actually reminds me of Mr. Backtrack, Peacemaker, Your Highness, Carolina's Finest, Mr. Jermaine Cole. About 6 months ago, J. Cole went on Lil Yachty's A Safe Place podcast, which is interestingly funny, and he talked about his relationship with Drake and Kendrick in the rap peer aspect. So Yachty asked Cole if it bothers him when people says that he is a boring rapper, and he said that at one point he was insecure and it 100% bothered him. When asked if he had to start making more lit tracks in order to break this insecurity, he said no, but he did explain what helped him. In 2012, when he would go outside to clubs and parties, and he would pretty much be forced to listen to whoever was making music and was running the clubs, you know, rappers who were far from boring, rappers like Drake. And ultimately, that combined with becoming more confident in his music is what made him shut out those comments from people calling him boring. He recognized that each rapper does what they do, and they do it well. Everyone has their thing, and his thing is not making club bangers. We gotta love the honesty. This is a sentiment that over time, Kendrick Lamar has likely heard time and time again, especially during this beef. Every couple of years, I feel like we have this conversation on social media about 2 things. 1 is the big 3 in the rap game, and 2 is who out of these 3 rappers are making the best music at that time. Now, best is subjective, and we see that from following the Drake and Kendrick beef. Some rap fans prefer introspective, deep songs with meaning that make them research the bars on Rap Genius, reminisce about their life and lessons, and feel fulfilled after listening. You know, rap with substance. Others enjoy some shit that they can get lit to, okay? The rap songs you can play at the club, kickbacks, house parties, in your car on the weekends, and it doesn't matter if it's nonsense because the shit bangs. Now, if you're like me, you enjoy a little bit of both. And I'll admit that I'm a fan of both Kendrick and Drake, from following them earlier in their career up until the present day. I remember Room for Improvement, Comeback Season, and So Far Gone Drake from MySpace. Getting a copy of Thank Me Later at Best Buy when CDs were all the rage. And then I remember listening to Overly Dedicated and Section 80 for the first time. Good Kid, Mad City was the soundtrack to high school, and To Pimp a Butterfly was a college classic. So over time, I see how Drake and Kendrick have both managed to sustain successful careers with die-hard fan bases. Drake has a song for damn near every occasion, spanning multiple genres. We have to admit that over time, he's managed to give us summer anthems, club anthems, pop anthems, hell, even a birthday anthem. The nigga has a birthday song. Ratchet Happy Birthday. Meanwhile, Kendrick has had a few songs and features that, turned out to be hits outside of his genre, like Bad Blood with Taylor Swift, or the songs he did with Sia or Maroon 5. But for the most part, he sticks to the lakes and the rivers that he's used to. Hip hop with lyrical content. Drake can make a song like Loyalty with Rihanna and people would mess with it, but Kendrick trying to do Hotline Bling would be pure comedy. It's kind of like when J. Cole did Workout. We know it was strictly for commercial reasons, but it is so not him. I mean, after all, he did let Nas down. When I think of Drake, I think that he makes music to climb the commercial charts. He's always finding who and what is currently trending and in style, and he runs with it. His goal is always to be the best, to have the sold out shows and his records playing everywhere. He aims to have the hottest track for whichever season. How can you not hear songs like For Free, Pop That, Who Do You Love, Sicko Mode, Summer 16, and not immediately think of the summer that these tracks were hot? When niggas say they miss Summer 16, they miss how it felt with them Drake anthems. Versus listening to Kendrick, you may reminisce on the time period in your life or even politically and reflect on it. Like when you hear All the Stars, you think of Black Panther and Chadwick Boseman. When you listen to Damn, you think of the shift from the Obama to Trump administration and, all of that politicking in between. Kendrick ain't never really made a song that people wanted to really dance to, put on in the club, turn up to, until Not Like Us, which not only helped him to beat Drake in their beef, but make the critics shut up for at least 1 minute when it came out. Not Like Us helped him beat Drake at his own game. The charts, the art of a catchy song, a radio hit. I mean, I could not believe that I heard it on the radio Monday. Because ain't nobody trying to hear The Heart Part 6. You bringing the vibe down, Drizzy. What you should have did was hit him with another push-ups. Push-ups was actually pretty fire. That and Family Matters, I think that those are my favorite Drake diss tracks out of all of this shit. Kind of sad that the beef is over. Or is it? Anyways, what do you think helped Kendrick ultimately win this beef? And if you think that Drake won, why? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.